So after Malcolm's cancer diagnosis, we were kind of at a loss. We kind of really needed something steady, somebody that actually come in and fill out these shows that we had scheduled. I couldn't turn to anybody else but my brother, Jared Brown. I jammed with Jared in a band called No Buffer. We had been established for like 10 years in the Seattle, Washington scene. Without Malcolm, Jared stepped in and really helped us out. We really couldn't have fulfilled our shows without him.
After Malcolm left the band, we were given Jared Brown. He is an incredible drummer, but it kind of sucked because we knew it was going to be a temporary situation.
When I first meet Jared was on the Keel Hall video shoot for No Buffer. I remember thinking he was a really good actor. He played a part in the bar where he had to get knocked down, and everyone in the bar thought it was real. Like, you heard an audible gasp from the whole room as he got knocked to the floor. That's how I met Jared.
After Crossroads took a hiatus, Jared actually learned a lot of the Crossroads songs, and we played them in No Buffer, so we were able to kind of shift gears real quick and get back on the ball.
Butterfair. Butterfair. Here with Cody Hatch. What up? Crossroads.
Man, I look good.
He does look good. Sexy motherfucker right there. Samantha Rain. Steve.
Didn't know what the fuck to say about
Yeah,
it.
he got pissed. He was hella pissed. He was like, "That's my Suzuki."
What the hell are you talking?
Playing the Okanagan Family Barter Fair Fall Fair was so cool for us. It was our first, well, my first festival experience, the first time that Crossroads had played a festival since like 2018. And it is one of the biggest festivals in Washington State. So knowing that there was going to be up to 10,000 people within hearing range of us, almost nerve-wracking, definitely nerve-wracking for me. But when we got there, the atmosphere, it feels like you have walked into your home. For maybe the first time. Playing there felt more comfortable than any stage that I'd been on before. The solar stage there at Barter Fair, it is the smaller stage, but I think it overlooks a larger area than the main stage does. In front of the main stage, there are so many tents and vendors, so we felt very fortunate to have gotten that gig. It really was the beginning of a whirlwind of just amazing, incredible gigs that just kept getting better from there.
Solar Stage Barter Fair. We had lots of fun. That was a pretty epic night. We ended up driving all the way out to Tonasket, staying Friday night. We played Friday night around like 8 o'clock, I think, right when it got dark.
That Barter Fair was amazing just because it was the first time. I had been going to Barter Fair for a while, but like I've always wanted to play on the stage, and we finally got to do it. So we showed up there, and there was a lot of people. We played, and we had people coming up to us, and it felt really good.
Yes, that was a very fun show. I remember we got there just a couple hours before, managed to find a parking spot, luckily, because everybody was having a problem finding parking. It was a good show. We played that one with Jared, and I just remember the whole show really flowed really well. There was like a giant mountain behind us of rocks and stuff, and you could see the people coming down as soon as the music started playing. That was very cool. We took Brian's minivan, and so we had like 6 people crammed into a minivan with all of our camping and musical equipment, and then we had to go the next day and play a show right after.
Barter Fair is just such a good time, you know, it's such a melting pot of people from all over the state, some of them coming from Idaho, some of them coming from Oregon. Barter Fair is just like it's a magical place, really it is. To be able to say that we've played there. I went there a long time ago in my early 20s. just to have a good time. And as soon as I went there, I said to myself, oh man, if I'm coming back here, I'm gonna play here. The last time I was there, I made that promise to myself, and lo and behold, now we're playing on one of the stages. So hopefully next year we'll go for main stage. It was a great reception. People seemed to like it. It was really cool to be on stage with the lights and slowly start seeing all the people come up to the stage and hearing just people like 100 yards away out in the fields, the hillsides out there in Tenasket on that property that they do barter fair. You could just hear people shouting and hollering and having a good time. It was a good time. We had lots of fun, got to spend a lot of time hanging out, meeting new people. A lot of people told us that they really enjoyed the set, so that was really cool. The next day, we drove all the way back from Tenasket to Linwood, Washington to play a show the very next day, the Saturday. We played Friday, and then we played Saturday in Linwood. Hopefully next time we get to spend a little bit more time at the fair, but it was a good trip.
The drive, I don't remember. I got good sleep. I feel like Samantha must have been the most worn out. She drove all the way from Tenasket to Linwood. I mostly just passed out, having all my stuff on my lap and just kind of leaned on my pillow and blanket. Yeah.
Before we had booked Barter Fair, we had booked a show at a pirate venue in Linwood called The Vessel. We ended up staying the night in Okanagan and had to leave first thing in the morning, Saturday morning, and without a shower, bust all the way over to Linwood and then go ahead and perform a show there at that pirate venue.
And that was fun until we left. We had to go back to Linwood, play another show at the Vessel, I believe it was. Some people showed up to that I didn't expect to, and it was a really good show. Refreshing to play to a lot of people 2 nights in a row. So, and we also had fun at Barter Fair. Everybody does. You should go if you haven't.
Mike Green, the original Crossroads drummer, actually joined us for that show for a couple songs, and he also played tambourine and backup vocals. It was just really fun to have him back in the fold for that show. Cody Murray also was there taking pictures and helping filming and just hanging out, so it was definitely like a classic Crossroads time. So it was real fun to see everybody and feel the support for the new life that the band has, and still tip the hat to the people that were in it before that contributed. Definitely super thankful for good friends and good times.
So I asked for the tsunami shot at the Vessel, which is basically they throw something in your face and bitch slap you after you take a shot, and I thought it was great. So I spent the next hour buying everybody tsunami shot, so I knew everybody else got slapped just as much as I did, and it was a great time.
At the Vessel, our very first drummer joined us. His name is Mick, and he joined us for that set, and he played all sorts of silly instruments. Like, he had a shaker that was made out of a turtle, and he broke it on stage. That man can play tambourine like I have never heard. I didn't know tambourine was a talent until I heard him play it.
And then Mike Green, I met him when we got to the Vessel Tap House, and just a great guy. I had a real good time playing with him. Really added some groove and kick to the music.
Getting to jam with Mike, our original drummer for the Crossroads, that was incredible. He never skips a beat. It doesn't matter if he plays with you for a day or 4 years. He will get there and he will nail it, and he did. And I thought that was amazing. It was great to play with him again.
I just remember Mike's version of You're Not Alone was just really easy to play to. Like, it was very easy to follow.
the Tony V show, the last No Buffer show, right before Jared moved to Arizona. I felt like we were on fire that night. Everybody was firing on all cylinders. It felt really good. Samantha was really getting her groove on and really dancing, really on fire. And everybody's performance was good. It felt like a good, nice closing of that chapter.
The show was cool. We got to play with No Buffer, who I love that band. You got to check them out if you haven't heard of them before. And that was Jared's last show with us, so it was kind of bittersweet. It was No Buffer's last performance, Jared's last show with the Crossroads. But the lights that night were so cool. Tony V updated his lighting system there in that venue, and it felt really cool to be up there on that stage with lights that interacted with every drum beat and every bass strum. That was a really, really cool and unique experience, and it makes me want more lights in our performances.
Tony V's was really special because I'd played there before when it was Jimmy Z's, before it turned into some other stuff, and then eventually Tony V's. But that show was cool because we knew our brother Jared was leaving soon and he was going over to Arizona, I believe. It was cool to see No Buffer and just all the support around us, and there was a huge amount of people there, so it was probably one of my biggest shows that I played. It was something to experience.
Really sad but good moment. It was one of our best shows with Jared. I think just nothing went wrong. The moving equipment in, everything went super smooth. I remember Tony V ran the lights for us. Everybody was dancing in that crowd. Anytime you get people moving there, it brings up kind of feed off it. See, that was about the time where I really felt like I knew the material well, like just a higher sense of confidence once we got to that point.
Jared, he was a very great contribution to our band. He played the drums so good that it made me wonder if I was playing guitar good enough at points. He decided to leave and go to Arizona and do his thing, which everybody supports, but we miss him greatly. There were shows where I felt like I was just locked in with him. There was nothing that could go wrong. It was incredible. Jared's a phenomenal drummer. He'll always be one of my number ones.
We'll definitely miss Jared, but looking forward to the next step in our journey and what's coming next. You know, I'm not too sure who we're gonna have come in, but I have a feeling that, you know, when that right person comes, it's gonna feel right, and the band's going to move forward like it has never before. You know, of course, we miss Malcolm, and we hope that he gets better within his treatment. And I know that right now he's fully recovered. So we're just super thankful for his contribution. We're super thankful that my brother Jared could come in and really help us out. I have such a good relationship with Jared that has spanned over many years. And no matter what, you know, as long as me and him are playing together, it works. So, you know, there's no worry there. Everybody else was able to jump right on the page. So, felt really good. The next step for Crossroads, I'm hoping that we're going to keep expanding our sets, play all 9 sets, maybe expand more on the cover side. So who knows, we'll see what happens.
Jared was a really good band-aid. It kind of sucked because we knew we didn't have him permanently. Like, you just had it looming the whole time that you knew he was leaving. And we'll see what happens now, but as soon as we get another drummer, man, it is going to be on. We've been putting in work. I can't wait to see it go somewhere.
Jared Brown, what an absolute talent. A brother, I absolutely love him. We couldn't have done it without him. We're really at a loss when he leaves, and we were at a loss when Malcolm couldn't play anymore, and we were also at a loss when Mike wasn't able to play anymore either. So really hoping that the next drummer will be, you know, sticking around for a while.